From the stable of SG's History Hub, Nigeria This Week in History, January 15, 1966 Bloody Coup. January 15 is a date that holds a lot for Nigeria history in its belly. It is the date that ended the Nigeria Civil War, but it also serves as the date that catalyzed the series of events that led to the Civil War. Nigeria This Week in History X-rays the bloody January 15, 1966 coup d'etat. Independence came with learning the ropes of self-governance. Self-governance came with ambition, not only from the politicians, but also from the military. Ambition led to alleged corruption of politicians, and more deadly, fracas between politicians, especially in the western region of Nigeria, and that created a lacuna for the ambitious young military men to strike and attempted to take over power. In August 1965, some army majors, namely Kaduna Nzogu, Emmanuel Ifeojuna, Timothy Nwantuegu, Chris Anuforo, Don Okafo, Humphrey Chukwuka, and Adewale Ademoyega started planning coup to overthrow the government of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, giving high level of corruption in Balewa's government as reason. In the early hours of January 15, 1966, Major Kaduna Nzogu, who had been taking his boys for night training exercise, known as Exercise Damisa, unbeknownst to his boys that the exercise was a pretext to prepare for a coup, invaded the official lodge of Northern Region and killed the Premier, the Sardana of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello. Meanwhile, a detachment of the coup plotters led by Timothy Nwantuegu had gone to the lodge of the commander of the 2nd Brigade in Kaduna, Brigadier Samuel Ademulegun. Report has it that he was supposed to be arrested, but things turned rough and was killed. Major Kaduna Nzogu expected to get news on radio that his coup plotter, Emmanuel Ifeojuna, had neutralized the General Officer Commander of the Nigeria Army, Major General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi, in Lagos. When that was not coming, Major Nzogu hurriedly drafted a speech which was broadcast on Radio Kaduna around 12 a.m., declaring martial law over the northern region. The coup plotters killed some other people in Kaduna. At Lagos, around 2 a.m., Major Emmanuel led his coup plotters to the residence of the Prime Minister, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, where he was arrested and taken to an unknown destination, where he was eventually killed. Chief Festus Okotie-Eboh, the finance minister, was alleged to have been highly corrupt and widely disliked. He was first arrested by the coup plotters, rough-handled, and later shot dead. Many other people were killed in Lagos, prominent among whom were Brigadier Sakariyami Malari and Lieutenant Colonel James Palm, who was said to have tipped off Aguiyi-Ironsi about the coup, which led to the latter's escape. In Ibadan, the Premier of the Western Region, Chief Samuel Akintola, was said to have been forewarned that the soldiers were coming for him and had armed himself with rifle. When the detachment of the coup plotters got to his house, he put up a fight by opening fire on them. He wounded some, but was later overpowered and shot dead. The aftermath. Major General Aguiyi-Ironsi rallied the rest of the army and managed to put down the coup. The coup leaders, except Ifeojuna, who fled to Ghana, were placed under arrest. In all of this, the president of the country, Nnamdi Azikiwe, had been away on a foreign trip. The Senate president, Nwankwo Orizu, who was acting as president because of the precariousness of the situation, made a national broadcast after he had briefed the president on phone, announcing the decision of cabinet to voluntarily transfer power to the armed forces. Major General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi then made his own broadcast, accepting the invitation. On January 17, Major General Ironsi established the Supreme Military Council in Lagos and effectively suspended the constitution. That was the beginning of military rule in Nigeria. Subscribe to SG's History Hub for weekly Nigeria history.